What is up YouTube, it is Matty and this is the Town 10 attacks from the Empire-Jakarta War. As you may have seen if I uploaded the recap first, I can't remember if I'm going to upload this one or the other one first. But if I upload this video first, then there will be a recap of the Town 9 attacks, because I think it was a 40 versus 40 war it was. And it's actually the war where Hogs and Loons were both banned. So amazing sort of handicap for the clan, but it didn't stop us from going to town and wrecking most of the Town 9 bases. Obviously it does add an element of difficulty when you can't use the things that you've been using for the last however many months. But it didn't matter too much, we were still able to walk away with a nice respectable score versus Empire-Jakarta. They did try 3-star attacks on us, they got 12, but it obviously clearly wasn't enough. What I have got here is a couple of attacks. I was just checking if there were any Town 9 attacks, but there's not. There's no 9s versus 10s in this, it was all 9s on 9s, and that's because obviously the 9s were not cleared. What we're going to do is start with, we've got 12, 11, 10 and 2 I believe, so let's have a little look and start at 12 and move up the board that way. Okay, so this first base looks like a sort of a 9.5. You can see it's got one level 1 Inferno. I can't see the second Inferno if there is one anywhere, so this should be, you know, Gusty is a fully maxed Town 10, so he should be able to pretty much bully the space. We're going to see how he gets on. Starting the raid with a bit of an AQ walk. Looks like he's pushing the Queen to head towards sort of the right hand side of the base, maybe. It's difficult to determine which way she's going to go. As always, especially when you haven't planned it yourself, you know, when I'm commentating the route the Queen's going to go. Okay, she's pushing right. He's got some minions down creating the funnel. That's clearly going to be for when his kill squad goes in, so I'm assuming his kill squad's going to go in about 3 o'clock. He's completely opened up the base in the core. All he needs to do now is try and break through potentially a couple of, oh no, he's using a jump as well. I was going to say he's going to need to break through 2 layers of wall, but he's not. He's taking the jump spell. You can see the Queen is starting to lose health, but she's about to take down the point defense that's going to, once that's down, which it was, look, she's going to only start regaining health now, which is exactly what he needed to happen. He's sending in a huge amount of witches, a couple of wizards as well to back up. The witches are pushing through, heading towards the Queen, sorry, and the King, and the CC are coming out now. But that amount of witches is going to do a crazy amount of damage, and it should be able to take down the enemy. Well, all the enemy, and you can see at the bottom actually he's got a golem in and the king in, so he's almost like sectioning off each side of the base. North side using the Queen to take down all those buildings, south side the king going in, and then the right hand side he's got all those witches going in. So beautifully segmented attack by Gusty. It well, yeah, I'm wondering how he's going to get to the Inferno, but it looks like the Queen's just going to move in, and the King's going in there now. It looks like the Queen's going to go into the Inferno very soon. Once she does, that's going to make life a hell of a lot easier for him, because he doesn't want those witches to die. Has got a couple of back-end wizards as well, which is nice. But you can see the wizard tower is on the Queen, but she's going to take it down. And then she's going to move forwards, take down the arch tower, and then the cannon, and then he's in the home clear and ready to. There's only a couple of small point defences left, but he has got a P.E.K.K.A down the bottom side, which is doing a bit of tanking for him, just to help out. Everything's sort of moving towards now that final. Once that big arch tower's gone, which it is, life gets a hell of a lot easier. He's got Golemite tanking for him. The Queen's going to break the wall, but meanwhile the group of 3 wizards are going to go finish it up down the bottom side. Look, and there's the 100. Sick raid by Gusty. Lovely execution. Well done for rocking it in in this war, because I think he gets another 3-star. Here we are, you guys, coming in with the next one, which is the attack by What, and let's see what he's going to be doing. See what I did there. Looks like a mass GoWiWI attack with Healing Queen. Unfortunately, the way he dropped the wizards, the healers, meant that one of them was going to get immediately targeted. But I think he can get it down before it takes down the healer, which he can, which is nice. In the meantime, he's breaking in different compartments, getting ready to do a mass golem drop by the look of it. Here it goes, look. 4 golems down initially. And I think that's going to be it. He's got golems behind as well. Sorry, wizards behind. Queen's going to definitely go inside because just the way she's been funneled. King's down as well, look. And then he's going to use a jump. He's going to basically jump the entire way through the base by the look of it. 3 jump spells, 1 rage and a freeze. I'm wondering, I think that freeze is probably going to be used to freeze the back end Queen and Inferno, I would guess. But that is a guess, so I don't know 100%. Queen's still hanging back, which is nice. Healers are hanging back as well, and you can see there, look, the freeze did take down that back Inferno. Meanwhile, everything's moving forward. The golems, the giants, the healers are getting a bit hit now. The king and the queen are on good health. King ability popped. He's going to try and jump into the Inferno, which once that goes down, the raid gets easier. I'm going to zoom back out now. You can see he's using some side wizards as well to break in, but that one just started shooting wall and became a little bit useless, but he did redirect and go for the army camp by the look of it. Moving on back up to the core action, the queen is taking a nice amount of buildings down. The wizards are all in good spots, so he's just been able to jump through the entire base on this layout, and it's just made that difference of, okay, well, I can get if I can get my troops to every compartment and have a huge amount of tanking, throw some wizards and heroes in there, and things are going to kick off, which clearly they have. And he's been able to he hasn't even used the queen ability yet, and he's coming up to the back end of the raid. So here it is, look, couple of wizard towers, 1 point defense left. The point defense is about to go down, and then it is definitely over. He's going to be able to troll the queen ability, look, boom, 3-star, beautiful attack, and again, no hogs or loons required. Next attack we're going to show is number 10, and we've got Dito, who we haven't seen too many in the last few wars. I think he's been potentially a little bit busy. Looks like this raid is going to be relatively similar to Gustis, maybe, in the way that he's doing the queen walk. He's got a few golems. Maybe he's going to do a split, one for the king, one for the to sort of break in the queen, and then he's also got giants to help reinforce. So it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. You can see using wizards to funnel, queen is taking on a few defenses, but now she's in a position where she's going to start regaining health, and it's all about working out at what point she's going to regain the health, because that's what if you can do that, you can really start to improve your rating and predict what she's going to do. Now he's sending in a golem at the top side, look, with giants, breaking them in, and the wizards are creating the funnel for him. And I'm assuming that's where the king is going to go in and do a bit of a king. Oh no, that's where the mass witches are, and the mass witches are coming up against the single target Inferno. So while that's going on down the up the top side, the queen is carrying on moving around now. And what's going on? I'm looking at that jump spell, thinking that's a bit odd, but I think he's just trying to break his witches all the way through the base. Queen is now finally targeting wall, but she's going to move forward, and you want her to stay away from that Inferno beam, really, because once she does, she's essentially dying. With the king now sort of going into the core compartments, the queen coming around the other side of the core, but she's shooting wall. I mean, she can be such a useless bitch sometimes. Anyway, she's now on the Inferno, which is exactly where he needs her to be. That's going to really help him, particularly now when it's gone. And now we're in a very strong position. Queen being tanking. King, he is going to die soon by the look of it, but the witches, a load of witches alive, and they've just broke into a key compartment, because there's only one compartment left, and that is the one that the queen's currently about to take down now. And once that's all gone, you've only got the 2 outward defences left. Now on foot, go on queen. Once she's got that arch tower, the raid is essentially over. Just needs things to sort of time well to approach those last 2 defences, and it's going to be down to time. I'm speeding up here a little bit. Queen breaking through the wall. Skellies coming up from the north side. They're doing a tanking for a bit. Queen slowly coming round. Look, but she's got so much to get through, and it might actually be the Skellies that take down both of these defences. But the witches are starting to take a little bit of damage. Once that gold mine goes down there, the witches are only going to be targeting the defences. Cannon down now, it's going to get easier. 3 witches versus 1 Tesla, and there you go, the queen came in to help for the back end. Boom, 3-star. Again, such a nice attack. Okay, and the final raid we're going to show in this Town Hall 10 3-star video is again by Gusty. So Gusty, you're starting and finishing this video We've got the box base. He's going for a mass witch attack. What's he going to do first? He's doing a bit of an AQ walk, so let's see how the queen walk goes down. So firstly, the queen's taking down the defences. Once the cannon goes down, she should start regaining health, using the golem at the north side to take down, or to distract for a few defences as well, which is nice. The queen looks like she's going to naturally push upwards once that mortar's down based on her position. Or is he trying to break her in? I think he might be trying to break her in and taking the king and the queen from different sides. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Okay, so king in the north, in the sort of the east side of the base, queen in through the south, then the witches in through the southeast, all sort of rushing in straight to the town hall. That's what he's doing. This was an elaborate funnel, guys, if you know what I mean, with the queen taking down the southern buildings, the king taking down the eastern buildings. The witches have a direct route into the town hall. What it means is that if he can freeze and rage his witches through, he can potentially, and get the wizards in there as well, he can potentially just rip the core from inside out. With that in mind, and the heroes running around the outside, particularly the super queen, it's going to cause a crazy amount of damage. Now the second inferno is about to go down. That's very, very key, because now as soon as that inferno is down, life gets easier for him. All he needs to be wary now is the splash damage, the wizards and the mortars. But one mortar's already going to go down very soon. The testers can do crazy damage to skellies as well. But the queen is she's just tanking. She's being such an asset. If you can get the queen walk to work right, you can keep her away from or the healers away from the air defences, then you're going to be set. I mean, look at this. How useful is she really being? And the answer is very. There's only a few point defense left now, particularly when this arch tower goes down. Even if all those witches get splat now, which is likely they're going to because of the wizard tower positions, she can still take the rest of the base down by herself and finish on that army camp. Let's see how it goes out, because I think that's what looks like it's going to happen. Yep. The witches are just stuck on that wall. They can't do anything, but because the queen's got the healers on her and she's got an ability, that's it. Point defense is now done. Okay, so just a little bit of cleanup now, and he can just pop the ability when he wants, walk through the base and just finish it up. I don't think he's even going to use the ability, so he's got a swag ability by the left at the end of the raid. So on that one, you can see what he did. Created that funnel into the core for those witches. The witches got the core. The heroes ran the outside. The king did a little bit. I mean, was he used? I think he was used to take down the enemy queen, which was, I think, but she died in the core, so no, it doesn't look like he did. But with him running around the one side and then the queen just super queening it all the way around the base, it just completely worked. So I hope you enjoyed that. Well, yeah, hope you enjoyed this recap. These Town Hall 10 3-stars. Some pretty sick work, considering we couldn't use a single hog or loon in the entire war. And yeah, just going to play this one in time speed again. You can see the core being gutted, the queen running around the outside, and yeah, that's how he sort of figured out how to take down this base, and it did work. But the only problem is, once the core was gutted, all the witches ran to the sort of the top side of the base, and then they were just cannon fodder for splash damage. But at that point, the super queen came around to finish up the base. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. As always, you know, the majority of my content is Town Hall 9. However, I will show the Town Hall 10 content as it comes up. So if you're new to my channel, please you know, subscribe. This is the sort of stuff I like to show as much and often as I can, as well as strategy guides. So catch you guys in the next one. Peace.